movie review. Thank you for joining me in my review of the 1937 thriller, gangster, crime drama, spectacular Pepe Le Moko. I'm attempting to watch all 206 movies that have a 100% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. I'll give each of them a score of 1 to 10. After I've watched them and scored them, I will make up a list that ranks them all from worst to best. I started in the 1920 silent movie era. I'm working my way to 2022, and I'm currently at 1937 with the French movie Pepe Le Moko. So in this movie, Jean Gabon plays Pepe Le Moko. He is the most feared gangster in all of Algiers. He lives in the Casbah. The police, the law enforcement knows that he lives in the Casbah. He is their number one fugitive. He's like the number one most wanted man alive, but they are unable to go in there and get him because the way the Casbah is set up is the buildings are so close together that he could just like jump from building to building to building. He could hide in corridors. He could run from building to building to building if he wanted to. And also he has a gang with him who knows the Casbah in and out, and it's just kind of like guerrilla warfare there where the cops won't have any help or any luck at all killing Pepe Le Moko or taking him into custody. So they know that the only way to get him is to lure him out of the Casbah into the main city. Now, Pepe Le Moko at the same time is kind of going stir crazy. He's been in the Casbah for a long time. He has dreams of, going out and seeing the world and doing other things and not living as a caged animal in this place that he is just so tired of. So Pepe Le Moko is also a bit of a womanizer. He has a mistress named Inez who absolutely loves him. She knows that he sleeps around. She knows that he's not faithful to her, but she loves him, and she's really kind of a good influence on him in ways to where she says, I know you lament this life, and I know this isn't the life that you want to have, but it's the life that you have to live if you want to stay out of jail and you want to stay alive. You've pretty much made this life for you. You are the gangster, and this is the life you've chosen for yourself. So you should just, settle down with me, and we could live our life together. But he's a caged animal. He doesn't want to do this. He later on in the movie meets a French woman named Gabby. Gabby has a husband who is of some importance. He falls in love with Gabby, and basically what Gabby represents France, represents a way out of the Casbah. She represents a new life. She represents hope, and his mistress that he's with right now, Inez, she represents everything that he's trying to get away from. She represents the life that he has now that he doesn't want. So even though he probably does love Inez, I don't ever get the feeling that he doesn't have feelings for her. He tries to pursue Gabby even though she is married, and because he wants to get out. He wants to start this new life with her. The cops eventually find a window to where they tell Gabby that Pepe Le Moko is dead, and she becomes distraught. She was supposed to meet Pepe Le Moko one night, and they were supposed to kind of ride off together in the sunset. But now that she's learned that Pepe Le Moko is dead, she plans on going back to France with her husband. Pepe Le Moko finds this out that she is getting ready to leave for France, so he takes this big gamble and he leaves the Casbah. And then what happens next, I won't ruin this movie for you because I really want you to see this movie and watch this movie. But he basically takes a chance. He knows that this is the one chance he's going to get. He knows that he could possibly be taken into custody or killed by the police, but he still thinks that this is worth it. And he kind of has a pie in the sky dream that this is all going to work out and that he's finally going to live the life that he wants. His mistress, Inez, tries to stop him because she knows that this is a terrible idea. So it's kind of, he's going down this journey, this really terribly hard, grueling journey of trying to get out of the Casbah, and she's trying to pull him back into reality. That's just a brief summary of what the movie does. There's a lot of other characters in this movie that aid or impede his ability to get out of the Casbah, but that's the movie in a nutshell. I absolutely thought this movie was fantastic. I went to this movie never hearing about it before. I had a bit of a hard time with French movies up until this point. Uh, Bordeaux Saved from Drowning and Al Latante or something like that. I didn't like those movies at all. I gave them pretty low ratings, and I thought, okay, here's my chance to get a really nice French crime drama movie, and this movie did not disappoint. The acting is incredible. Jean Gabin is really good. You really see the pull and push, the inner struggle with him. He knows that he's probably never going to leave the Casbah, but he also has this dream and this drive and this determination that he's actually going to do it. And he is great wrestling those two demons. But to be honest, he was a great actor. But the actress that really shined in this movie was the one who played Inez. She was just incredible. Showing love for a man that doesn't love her back. Normally, I don't like that kind of thing in a movie. I think that the woman needs to be a stronger character, but she does, and at the same time, she is a strong character because she's the one who is. She's not just taking his cheating and like taking it passively. She's constantly in the mix. She's constantly trying to like tell him what's right and tell him what he shouldn't be doing, and he's just constantly looking out for him, and she's constantly showing that she loves him and that she's like the one out of the two who actually has a level head on her shoulders. And I thought she did a fantastic job. The writing in this movie is great. The set pieces in this movie are fantastic. I know none of this movie is actually filmed in Algiers, but it's just incredible what they're able to do in such a small space. How much action and how tense this movie is. They never really go anywhere outside of the Casbah in this movie, except for at the end. But there's so much drama and tense. You just feel this movie the whole time that you're watching it. I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. I don't know. I mean, there's only so many movies that I want to give a 10 out of 10, but this movie is absolutely fantastic. I kind of maybe felt like I was falling asleep at the wheel up until this point when I was watching movies for this list, but this movie just woke me up. If you want a good action thriller gangster movie that also has fantastic acting, it has a lot of